Hello everyone and welcome back to the next installment of our 9.2 raid guides, proudly presented by Coinbase. This is Crzypck from Team Liquid, and today we'll show you how to kill mythic Lihuvim in the Sepulcher of the first ones. As a reminder, all of our mythic guides are written with the assumption you understand how the fight works on heroic. As such, this video is focused on the mythic changes in strategy, and we won't be reviewing how heroic mechanics work. If you need a refresher on the basic mechanics, check out the heroic guide video on our channel. For this fight, we recommend 2 tanks, 4 healers, and 14 DPS. This fight has quite a few more mechanics for mythic, and is yet another step up in difficulty compared to the previous bosses. First off, every player will be assigned an alignment debuff at the start of the fight, either melodic or harmonic. When the boss casts Cosmic Shift, every player gets a circle around them, based on which debuff they have. Melodic is a blue circle, harmonic is a red circle. After a few seconds, the circles all explode, dealing mild damage to everybody within each circle. However, if any circle explodes without overlapping an opposite color circle, it'll instead deal lethal damage and kill everybody hit. In other words, if a red circle explodes and is not overlapping a blue circle, everybody within that red circle dies. Also, as a small added bit, if you have the melodic debuff, when the Cosmic Shift is cast, you'll be pulled towards the boss instead of being pushed away. That's not really that huge of a deal, but it is something to be aware of and to plan for. To counter this, we recommend assigning 5 teams of 4 players. Each group should be assigned a stack point. When Cosmic Shift happens, everyone goes to their stack point. If one of the groups is unlucky and does not have both color debuffs, your raid leader will need to call for someone who has that group's missing debuff to move over and join that group. The good news is, the stack groups can be the same for every Cosmic Shift, including any substitutes needed. So, if you need, say, Bob to move from his assigned X marker to star, then Bob will need to do this for every Cosmic Shift cast for that entire pool. The other mythic mechanics are less impactful but definitely still play a role in the fight. Each ad has its own new special ability. When a degeneration ad dies, it'll put a moat circle on a random player. This works just like the normal moats. After a few seconds, the circle drops a moat on the ground. The acquisition ads will respawn 30 seconds after they die back to full health. For guardian ads, they'll create sentry orbs, and on mythic, they no longer despawn. When a defense matrix ad dies, it'll drop a very large bubble shield on the ground. All enemies within the shield, including the boss, take 50% less damage. The good news is, you can fully plan out which ads you'll kill, which means you also know which additional mechanics to deal with. Each set of images during the synthesize are fixed based on what you killed the previous set. So, if you follow our recommended synthesize kill orders, you'll get the same sets of ads each time. Synthesize set 1 will have 2 guardian images, 1 defense matrix, and 1 acquisition. Set 2 will have 1 defense matrix, 2 degenerations, and 1 guardian. Set 3 will have 1 defense matrix, 2 acquisitions, and 1 degeneration. And set 4 will have 1 degeneration, 2 guardians, and 1 acquisition. On top of all of these changes, all the heroic mechanics are still here to bother you, so tanks will need to swap for resonance, you'll need to dodge the circle of orbs that slams down around the boss, and you'll need to blow up as many moats as possible with the deconstructing energy circles. So, let's go through the fight. On pull, don't use any cooldowns. Bring the boss towards the front of the room and drop the moats as close to the entrance as possible. When synthesize happens about 30 seconds into the fight, we recommend you split your DPS team in half. Here, you'll want to kill both of the guardian images, which will be in the front right and back left corners of the room. This is difficult, which is why we recommend using all DPS cooldowns here. This happens right around that 30-second mark into the fight, so don't use anything on pull and ensure you kill both of the images. After the synthesize ends, you should root or otherwise crowd control the acquisition ad. You can keep it crowd controlled for the entirety of the fight, which is exactly what you'll want to do. Use things like entangling roots, freezing trap, or paralysis. Anything works, just keep them crowd controlled. Kill the defense matrix ad that spawns here and then nuke the boss. Make sure the defense matrix ad dies about 20 yards away from the boss so the shield doesn't drop on him. You can just move him out when he's at about 15% health. After finishing that defense matrix ad, the raid should then shift with the boss towards the front right corner and set up there. Make sure you put down the 5 raid markers here as your 5 stack points for Cosmic Shift. You'll want to drop motes near the front of the room, stacked as closely as possible. When synthesize number 2 is cast, kill a single guardian image, which will be in the corner you're already standing at. After that synthesize ends, you'll have 2 packs of degeneration ads coming in. The raid should run to the very middle of the room here, under the boss. Do not touch the ads, let them come to you. When they get close, use knockbacks and grips to get them all as close to the center as possible, and then AoE them all down. As each ad dies, a random player gets a mote circle. Drop these towards the front of the room. While AoEing, you'll also have that defense matrix ad there, so just make sure you kill that off too. When it hits about 20% health, move that 20 or 30 yards away so it doesn't drop the shield on the rest of the little guys. After finishing that second set of ads, the raid will want to shift towards the back left corner. Drop new motes here towards the entrance. Make sure you're refreshing the crowd controls on your acquisition ads. Your raid leader will need to reset the raid markers over in this corner so everyone knows their stack point for Cosmic Shift. When the boss casts the third synthesize, you'll be killing the defense matrix image that's in this back left corner. You'll then get 2 acquisition ads spawning here, so make sure you get them crowd controlled as soon as possible. You'll also have a set of degeneration ads, so make sure you get them into the boss and AoE them down. Once the ads are all dead, the raid will want to move to the front left corner. Again, the raid leader needs to move over the raid markers so everyone can see their stack points. When the 4th synthesize occurs, you'll want to kill the degeneration ad images that are in the front left corner where you're standing. You'll then get 2 guardian ads that spawn, plus another acquisition ad. Crowd control the acquisition and bring both guardians to the center on top of the boss. Blow any cooldowns you have available here, everything you've got. This is at about the 8-minute mark into the fight, so plan accordingly and hold cooldowns as needed. You should also pop Bloodlust here, just to help kill these things off as quickly as you possibly can. If you're slow, they'll be spawning extra sentries, which puts a lot of extra pressure on your healers. You should have the boss pretty low going into this point, and you'll want to make sure that you kill him before the 5th set of synthesize. Move the boss to just wherever in the room you have the most available space, free of motes. Put down yet another set of markers, handle the circles, and kill off the boss before the 5th synthesize happens. If you enjoyed this guide, remember to like it and make sure you're subscribed to the channel to catch all of our previews, guides, kill videos, and more. A big thank you to Coinbase for making guides like these possible. From everyone here at Team Liquid, have a great day, and we'll see you for the next video.